Well, Taylor Swift is the latest victim of deepfake sexual images appearing online without her consent. And the image is spreading so rapidly, X is now not letting users search for the pop star's name on its platform. Many of her fans shocked that there is no federal law that would prevent someone from creating and sharing these deepfakes. And the White House is taking notice tonight. NewsNation's Emily Finn is live for us in studio with the details. Emily.
Well, Natasha, researchers say the number of pornographic deepfakes online has grown exponentially in the past 2 years, and pop star Taylor Swift is now the most famous to fall victim to such a scam. Swift's massive fan base flooded social media platforms where the explicit images were circulating, reporting accounts that shared the fake posts. At least a few dozen AI-generated images were found, many showing Swift's likeness involved in football-related sexual content. Swift is now reportedly weighing legal action over the viral deepfakes.
The deepfake, explicit images that were circulated about Taylor Swift is a real problem. Unfortunately, the law has not caught up to the technology. There are some potential avenues that somebody could try to kind of thread the needle through to see if they could present a claim, but the truth is it's very difficult because there are not really any laws that are on point for this specific situation.
Now, something shocking to her fans, as we mentioned, there are currently no federal laws in place to protect victims of pornographic AI schemes. But in 2023, lawmakers in at least 14 states introduced legislation to crack down on deepfake technology. 9 already have laws on the books, but mostly with an emphasis on how this type of tech can pose a risk on political campaigns. Since the explicitly altered images of Swift went viral, members of Congress have called for even more laws to criminalize the creation of such images. In a statement to reporters, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says, quote, "We are alarmed by the reports of the circulation of the false images." She added, while social media companies make their own independent decisions about content management, we believe they have an important role to play in enforcing their own rules to prevent the spread of misinformation and non-consensual intimate imagery of real people. Tech experts note that women are overwhelmingly more likely to fall victim to explicit deepfake images. Last year, according to the State of Deepfake report, there was a 550% increase in the total number of deepfake videos online since 2019, Natasha.
Yeah, such an issue. Emily Finn, thank you so much for that report. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.